JQL, Jira Query Language. This is a quick intro to the power user's approach to searching for issues in Jira. I'm going to introduce you to the Jira JQL basics, and then in the next videos we'll start seeing just how powerful JQL is. By default, when you use the search facility in Jira and search for issues, you will be taken to the basic view for Jira search. You'll notice a link on here, switch to JQL, and this presents you with a text box where you can enter your JQL queries. Our default text search that we entered in the search bar has resulted in a JQL query that's broken down into three components: the field, the operator, and the value. In the default here we can see that the field, where we're looking for it, the operator, how we're looking for it, and the value, what we're looking for. If you want to search the summary field, then you can type summary, the tilde character, which means contains, and then the value that we're looking for, which in this case is the word new. You may have noticed that our default search field when we started was the field text, but in Jira there isn't actually a field called text. Text is a special keyword which means search all of the text fields. So that includes the description, the summary, environment, comments text, and all text-based custom fields. But if you want to be more specific when you're searching for text, then you can specify the actual text field like summary or description using the field name. You can use quotes to search for phrases. So to search for the phrase create a, we'll search for that phrase where it's contained within the description field. You can use some wildcard characters as well. You can represent a single character with a question mark. So this would search for create a and creates a. You can use the star character to search for multiple character strings, and you have a few other operators that you can use in conjunction with this too. So instead of the contains, we can use does not contain create a. We can also use is empty, in which case we're looking for any descriptions that are empty, and likewise you can do description is not empty, which returns all of the Jira records in this project where the description is completed. Note that this is currently returning issues in the list below for all projects, so we can be more specific by saying project equals and then type the project key or the project name, and this will search for all issues in a particular project. And this is probably a good point to introduce a conditional term and, so we can search for project equals ATC and summary equals or contains add. Notice that the text string we're searching for is not case sensitive, and that with the project search condition you can use either the project key or you can use the actual project name in quotes if there are spaces. So note the difference in the operators here. Text-based strings we use the contains operator, and field-based strings we use the equals operator, or indeed the not equals operator if you want to search all projects that are not the ATC project. Another useful operator is the in operator, so we can use some lists with the in operator, so in project ATC followed by comma and project demo and also project DQ. And now we're looking for all issues where the summary contains the word add across the projects ATC, demo and DQ. We can also take things a little further with and its counterpart or. So maybe we look for issues across those three projects, and then we also, contained within brackets, want to see issues where summary contains new or summary contains new-ish. So we're searching three projects and we're searching for two text strings within the summary field. Of course, the key to getting this right is making sure that you use the braces correctly, because if we do this, we're searching for issues in projects ATC, demo and DQ, and the summary contains new, or across all projects where we might have the word newish in the summary. So in this case, it's pulled back an issue from a project which is not in ATC, not demo, not DQ, it's in the DX project. Let's take things back a step and let's go back to our searching for project issues within the ATC project, and several other common fields that you may want to search across are the status value. So we'll do and status equals, and you'll see a list of the status values that you can use, and maybe we'll search for status equals done. So status priority equals high, maybe. These are all common Jira issue fields to search for, status priority, and the other one is issue type. And maybe we just want to filter that based on user story, so you can use the AND condition with issue type equals story. And now we've got all of the stories within our DX2 project. Again, you can use the in condition here if you want to search for a number of different issue types. So issue type in story, in bug, and then we get all our bugs and stories for this particular project. Another common field to search across is the assignee field, so we can see issues that are assigned to a particular user. And again, we can use the conditional logic and project equals DZ to look for issues in the project DZ that are assigned to Fred Smith. Finally, and if you're already familiar with JQL, you may find these two slightly more advanced operators useful. We've got, say, project ATC, and where we might look normally for status equals to do perhaps, we can also use the condition logic status was to do. So this will pull back any issues that were in a to-do status. And if you look at the issue itself, it's pulling that value from the history and it's looking for issues that were previously in a status of to-do. And note also that not only is it pulling back issues that were in a status of to-do, it's also pulling back issues that are now in a state of to-do. So it's pulling both groups together. Another more useful example of this might be status was in. So we can now provide a list and we can say done, in progress, and status in to do. And what this gives us is a query telling us about stories that have been worked on previously and have now gone back to a to-do state. So again, if we look at the history of this particular issue, what we'll see is that it was created, It was in a to-do state, somebody was working on it, and then they stopped working on it and moved it back to a to-do state. So pulling together these queries with status was in and status currently in will allow you to see issues that have gone through certain transitions in their status. The final one to look at then is the changed operator. So we can look at issues in project ATC and perhaps status changed from to do. So similar to the was in, showing us all the issues that were in a specific state and then changed into a to do state. So in this example, this issue at one point in its life cycle was in a to do state, and it changed from that to-do state to a different state. We've only scratched the surface here, and already you can see how much more powerful this is over the basic search mode. More JQL tips and tricks to follow soon.